Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Got a special guest reviewer, Alex and Brett.
How we doing?
How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
This is something I wanted to do for a long time. We're doing a Goose Island Bourbon County Stout Vertical. We got a 2013 edition here and a 2010. And I cannot remember where the 2010 came from. I don't know if it's been sitting in my basement for 3 years or something I got in a I mean, it's like, I don't know how you guys are, but it's like that beer collection, you know, and just like, where'd this bottle come from? I don't know.
Unless it's in the front area of my beer fridge,
yeah.
I'm like, I might have a bottle of something.
Yeah. Alright, so actually this is the first time in like 700 something reviews that I've done where I'm actually doing a true vertical tasting. So I say we start with the 2013. Huge licorice on this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Licorice, star anise.
Yeah.
A bit of bourbon.
Yeah. Definite bourbon. I mean, it has that raw alcohol scent to it.
Almost to that like very fruity like.
Yeah.
It is borderline fruity.
Yeah.
It's almost like cherry, like a cherry puree or something.
It's again like almost like the smell of dates, like that have been sitting in the sun for a long time.
Yeah. You guys ready to dive in here?
There's definitely a lot more vanilla coming through, kind of mixed with that bourbon than I am getting too much straight just wood oak as well.
Yeah. Alright, so let's dig in here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. That's really good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I actually haven't had this in a while.
First time.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's fantastic. It is hot.
I was gonna say it's got a real high alcohol taste.
Yeah. Real
boozy.
That and the fact I had it sitting out for about an hour. Yeah. Like what I was saying with the nose, like huge fruit, cherry especially. I get a lot of that. It's almost like that, like a Belgian quad as far as the flavors. It doesn't taste like a Belgian quad, but
there is a spiciness to it. It's not necessarily like a clove-like spiciness, but there is definitely a spiciness associated sometimes with phenolics you see in yeast and stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily put it to that. Whether that's from the bourbon, from the barrel, I don't really know, but it blends really well.
yeah, I get huge fruit. I get vanilla. I mean, the alcohol's quite prominent. It's definitely, it's warm, but it's gentle. Even drinking it as literally warm as we are, it's you know, it's not like you're breathing fire.
No, it's not like those higher alcohols that can kind of exactly feel like breathing fire. It's very smooth.
Yeah.
Like a triple distilled vodka or a very nicely aged bourbon. It's very smooth and creamy too. Almost oily on the palate.
Yeah.
I get that licorice after.
Yeah.
As well.
Maybe that's kind of like the spice you were talking about, like, because black licorice.
Yep.
That could exactly be what it is.
Almost the you know, tiny little peppery kind of sensation.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Well said.
All right, so let's try the 2010.
I'm getting alcohol on the nose on this one, and I wasn't like a clean alcohol, not like a bourbon, but more like a
Rubbing alcohol, or
yeah, borderline that.
this definitely has the licorice and the cherry.
I kind of get that like the IPA kind of smell.
Yeah.
Like isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah, the new one's definitely more aromatic, but it's also I can smell the booze is way stronger on it too. So, ready to give it a taste?
I'm getting a lot more of the malt aromatics.
Huh.
Right off the back, it's much smoother.
Yeah, it's
It's much less boozy.
Yeah, everything about it is toned way down on this one. Yeah. Because I was like, you're so used to drinking this one. I've never actually had like a bourbon county that was like more than a year old.
A lot of those fruit flavors that you picked out in the first one are really coming through in this one in the flavor, which they were, they get drowned out in this one. It's quite nice to see that really popping through. That cherry, stone fruit, a lot of prune, maybe a bit of date.
Everything on the 2010 is milder than the 2013. It's the flavors are very similar, but just like the intensity is like way lower. It's smoother, yeah.
I mean, I think it's just more melded now.
It is. It definitely is. That's the beauty of what aging can do. Is it really doesn't. Not too many new flavors chemically develop when you age. It's just more flavors kind of subside, and that allows some of those more subtle flavors to come through, and it really shows. It really shows in this beer.
It's kind of like it's definitely a trade-off. Like the 2010s, the drinkability is higher. The flavor is a little lower, a little less enjoyable. This is almost the 2013 really has a sharp edge to it.
Yeah.
Where it's really just smoothed out, and it's almost as if the creaminess is even higher, and that slickness that was present in this one is even more so in the 2010.
Yeah. Would you like if you were scoring it? Would you knock it off for slick mouthfeel? Or?
No, it's not slick like diacetyl slick. It's just slick from high alcohol.
Yeah.
Aging in the barrels.
I think I would give this a lower score because of how boozy and hot it is.
The 13.
As opposed to the 10, just because it's so balanced.
Yeah.
Is there any other big differences you're picking out between the two?
I mean, you were talking about the bourbon flavor of the 13, and that's that hot, boozy, plus bourbon, and I think that the bourbon is much quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely is.
Actually, if you were drinking the 10 blind, you might not even peg it for like being a bourbon barrel-aged beer. You might just think of it as like any other imperial stout.
Well, a top-cut imperial stout.
Yeah. And it does have like this, there's like a raw, like rubbing alcohol kind of alcohol sensation, whereas on the 10, whereas on the 13, it is actual like bourbon alcohol. Both of them have huge vanilla notes.
The dried fruit coming through on the 2010 is really nice. I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about each individual one?
I just like the huge everything on the 13. Huge flavor, huge aroma.
I'm liking the 10 more. I think it's more subtly complex. You get a little bit more of those sherry notes coming through too. Which can be an indication of slight oxidation, but it's not cardboardy, which some homebrews can be. In the fruits, those dried fruits, the dried dates, plums, those dark fruits, maybe a little bit of raisin in there too is really starting to pop forward. Yeah. Just a lot more malt complexity coming in. The roastiness has fallen off. The alcohol heat has fallen off. Weirdly, the vanilla has definitely sprung forward, but that tannic bitterness that you kind of get in this one has gone away. I enjoy it. I'm loving the 2010.
What do you think, Alex? You're the tiebreaker.
I think that I prefer that the aging factor, the not quite so hot.
Right.
I think I like the 10 better.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that, the aged flavor. I think I agree that the subtle complexity has come forward, and I mean there's nothing subtle about the 2013.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I don't think that's the thing about this beer. It's like if you want in your face, drink it fresh. If you want subtlety.
Oh, that's very right. You hit the nail on the head. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
So you get the best of both if you're patient enough.
How would you rate these on a scale of 1 to 10? Because I would give the 13 a 10, and I'd give the 10 a 9. Just out of personal preference, not like.
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, stylistically, that's a tough call.
Yeah.
personally, I think I go the other way. I think that this is my 10 and this is my 9. I think they're both outstanding in their own way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like a big hot beer in the middle of the winter. So I mean, that's a great time for a big hot beer when you step outside and you're like, wow, it's 10 degrees below zero.
Yeah, especially here in New York. What do you think, Brett?
It's tough. I mean, are you stacking it just against Russian Imperial Stouts and even then bourbon barrel aged variants, or just?
I don't even think this is a Russian Imperial. I think it's just an Imperial. I mean, it's just all personal preference. Like,
I mean, they're excellent. They're excellent beers.
Yeah.
And they're both different, but it's not bad. Neither is bad. They're both fantastic, but personal preference, I'm gonna have to rate this one just a little bit higher. But I mean, if you look at it stylistically or however you want to look at it, you can't knock either one.
Yeah. So are you like 10 and 9 like us, or?
Yeah, you could say that. Sure.
All right.
10 and 9.
Thanks to Brett and Alex for coming over helping me drink these.
Thanks for sharing these wonderful beers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks out there for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.